As for my change of skin, there is a charm Athena, hope of soldiers, uses as she will. She has the knack to make me seem a beggar man sometimes and sometimes young with finer clothes about me. It is no hard thing for the gods of heaven to glorify a man or bring him low. When he had spoken, down he sat. Then, throwing his arms around this marvel of a father, Telemachus began to weep. Salt tears rose from the wells of longing in both men, and cries burst from both as keen and fluttering of those of the great taloned hawk, whose nestlings farmers take before they fly. So helplessly they cried, pouring out tears, and might have gone on weeping so till sundown, had not Telemachus said, "Dear father, tell me what kind of vessel put you here ashore on Ithaca? Your sailors, who were they? I doubt you made it walking on the sea." Then said Odysseus, who had borne the barren sea, "Only plain truth shall I tell you, child. Great seafarers, the Phaeacians, gave me passage as they give other wanderers. By night, over the open ocean while I slept, they brought me in their cutter, set me down on Ithaca with gifts of bronze and gold, and stores of woven things. By the gods' will, these lie all hidden in a cave. I came to this wild place directed by Athena so that we might lay plans to kill our enemies. Count up the suitors for me. Let me know what men and arms are there, how many men. I must put all my mind to it to see if we two by ourselves can take them on, or if we should look around for help." So he's like, "Son, I'm back, and we're about to take down the suitors. Let me know how many we have to face." All right, the beggar at the manor. The next morning, Telemachus returns home and tells Penelope about his travels, but not about his father's homecoming. Odysseus, disguised again as a beggar, also returns to his own house. No one recognizes him except his faithful old dog, which lifts up its head, wags its tail, and dies. I hate that part, you guys. But it shows the loyalty of his dog. He stayed alive until he came home. In the great hall, Telemachus permits the beggar to ask for food. The suitors give him bread and meat, as is the custom, but one of their leaders, a man named Antinous, is particularly insulting. He refuses to offer any food, and while Odysseus is talking, he angrily interrupts. But here, Antinous broke in, shouting, "God, what evil wind blew in this pest? Get over, stand in the passage, nudge my table, will you? Egyptian whips are sweet to what you'll come to here, you nosing rats, making your pitch to everyone. These men have bread to throw away on you because it's not theirs. Who cares? Who spares another's food when he has more than plenty?" With guile, Odysseus drew away, then said, "A pity that you have more looks than heart. You'd grudge a pinch of salt from your own larder to your own handyman? You sit here fat on others' meat and cannot bring yourself to rummage out a crust of bread for me?" Then in anger, Antinous' heart beat hard, and glowering under his brows, he answered, "Now, you think you'll shuffle off and get away after that impudence? Oh, no, you don't." Then he let fly, the stool he let fly hit the man's shoulder on the packed muscle under the shoulder blade. So Antinous actually picks up a stool and throws it at Odysseus, who's disguised as an old man. That is so rude. Like solid rock, for all the effect one saw, Odysseus only shook his head, containing thoughts of bloody work, as he walked on, then sat and dropped his loading bag again upon the doorsill. Facing the whole crowd, he said, and eyed them all, "One word only, my lords and suitors of the famous queen. One thing I have to say. There is no pain, no burden for the heart when blows come to a man and he defending his own cattle, his own cows and lambs. Here it was otherwise. Antinous hit me for being driven on by hunger? How many bitter seas men cross for hunger? If beggars interest the gods, if there are furies pent